while ago, we went from the island, I was meditating, from a place like the pulpit here, and standing in front of the people. I took off when I just did, meditating, on Bugram Island. That was the island where Ian was talking about, Warramri area, apart from Goa, Pathurji, on English Company Islands. There's bloody islands. They're very, very virgin country. Good to raise up kids and grow up and talk culture, people. Most of the cultural area or boundaries that we're looking at, we went out to translate artifacts, Yolngu artifact, which is semi-sacred, not sacred at all, and to teach your Talanda people that are around the world to learn about Yolngu culture. We did that all around the world. And you all know the Bolman note, the first Bolman note that came out here was the Morning Star poll was printed on the tindle of the first Bolman note that came out in 1988. And we thought it was wrong for federal government to print that and turn it into a three-dimensional, two-dimensional from three, right? We took him to court, not because of the value of the $10 note, but of the value of your own law, right? If it's sacred, it's sacred. And classified as that, right? And we won the case. Now that part of those case, the case that was used there is now, the court is using it now, right, for all of us. Right, it's there. If you want to find out more about me, this was just a rush. We haven't put what is that thing here set up, to show what we did. And this is from Warramri point of view. Respect to this lady here that put this all up together for all of us. I am Warramri too. My dad, you saw, Ian, I will talk to you. That old fellow there is my dad. Right. Now, cosmology. We'll go to cosmology now. Or what the lady would have called her sister. I can't call her by the name. Right? And that's a respect. So, all right, cosmology. I'm going to talk about the dust of cosmologies, or cosmos. The dust that lies in our galaxy, right? Where's the galaxy? I don't know. There's someone here in the room, smart one, tell me. What is our galaxy? We can all talk. Yeah. Where do we come from? Our galaxy. Next to ours. There's only one galaxy. Up there in the orbit. Isn't Orion's belt? No. That's the cosmos that we are here from. Mile and 3 mile, right? Nothing. Can we liven up and talk? Yeah, it's a bit for all of us here. I'm not a lecturer, believe me. I'm shy of camera, which is looking at you. Yeah, but that's okay. It's once in a blue moon that happens. How long are you going to do? You know where I'll go? Yeah. Right. The dust. Right, cosmos. We come from now, a galaxy from there to here. Well, there's a world there above us, right? And this is our world. We're walking on it. This is the mother of life. The world is the mother of life, right? Mothers are here representing and going on for chemically, right? Kids. Kids are precious. Mothers are secret. This is in your world, right? The most sacred people that are here today in this continent is women, right? I don't look at me like that. Be happy. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I can take over now.
Okay. I hope to do that for you. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Clely. I come from Italy. I come from the other side of this world. I came to Ireland land 46 years ago. And I had, on day one when I was on Elko Island, I had an old man knock on my door. It was Thursday. From that day on, that old man came to my house every day and told me lots of stories. And I was wondering why he was telling me this story. And it took a while for me to start to understand that there was more to it, more than what he was telling me. Then after years, after we got married, nearly 40 years ago now, we went to live on an island.
You get less for murder.
And it was an empty island. My son was 12 years old. And we lived there alone. And the stories started to come back. The stories that the old man was telling me were taking a different form. I was understanding more. Why was the stories like that? And the feeling for that land changed for me. Now I'll call that my land, because it's in here. We don't own the land, but the land owns us. And you know what? I started to understand a lot more what are we? Anyway, what are we? Why are we here? Ceremonies, we've got many ceremonies there, but we do have women's ceremony over there. And then it was pretty clear that women are the continuation of life. Women are here to produce life, just like our earth
And value.
is here to produce life.
And value.
And that value of the land and that value of women is really all one. We bring on kids, we grow them. Fathers have an important role, yes, of course, but their role is provider, to put a roof over their heads, above us, not underneath us, under our feet. It's our own mother, which is really us. That's what we are.
She's got lots to on me now.
Within the last couple of years, both of us have been working in growth with Aboriginal health. Regionalising Aboriginal health, regionalising the clinics, trying to bring people all under one umbrella, one roof, one guidance. And now we've had instances where there was kids, more and more kids were being taken away and put into foster homes. And we saw that as another phase in the life of Aboriginal people all over the place.
That's the sacred mother. taking the kids out.
And it was,
Yeah.
as a mother, it's very hard for me to understand that I have to give my child away to someone else that they don't know my kids. I do. So we put together a group of people, concerned people, reference group. That's what we call ourselves in Canada. Where instead of having the children that need to go away from their parents because of different
Under the
reasons
hands of the foster.
and go to someone else that nobody knows,
We brought it back by kingship.
we bring those kids back.
All those cases are back there now. Out of 200, we've got 20 back. And under the kingship.
We put them into families
Alliance.
that are related, but they're back on the same land, they're back where they come from. And that brings me back to the same beginning. We belong to the land. The land doesn't belong to us. So those kids belong to the land. You take them elsewhere, they don't fit in. They don't grow to their full potential. We're hoping in this way to let them grow to their full potential. We're working in conjunction with Northern Territory heritage families. And they're helping, because they're leaning on us. Whenever they need to take a child out, they come to us. What do we do? Where do we take this kid?
That's the test that we're talking about. Cosmos. Yeah, all right. And there's one more that will come in out of that Cosmos God, cosmology, yeah, theory and life form, right? Why I call women sacred? Because they are one. Because the men can't have it, ever kid. And it gets, got to have a power to have that, a strength within the person themselves. Right, that's why they are sacred. We are provided, like what Clely said, we are minders of light. But care is from both mother and daughter, like in general matters. Sources that we're looking at with that is, all right, cosmology, there's a galaxy that are there. Now we're going back to a galaxy here. That dirt is here. And that's Australia is formed by that galaxy and that dirt. But there's water there too. Water is very, very important with us. Is it? Family? It's very expensive, very, very, very important. Mind you, from the galaxy in your cosmos or tradition or culture, in your culture, in Warramri, the spill of the water that came down and it dropped here in the time of beginning, it was the salt water that came down here, a drop of water, and now it became ocean. Here, the sea. It's not a theory, it's a belief. It's a belief in Warramri cosmology, if we go in there. That's why Mandungan Ulyampa started, and we went to the highest court in Australia to try and find that and to bring it back to the human life. We sing to it, and we bury our dead with that song from the ocean. It was Warramri that formed that. It came from Warramri people that did it. And it's called Mandungan Ulyampa. There is two words, right? Tua and Irija. Right? Always. And within you always three. That too. Go and eat your mother and father. Everything works in twos. In Yomo ways. Right? Mambiwan Uliapa was like a mother and a child, a mother and a husband. Mambiwan Uliapa. Yoto Indi, we call it. Not the song, or the what's in here, but the true term of Yoto Indi. Mother and child. A male, a father would be a called child if the mother's talking about them. Right? It's still Yoto. Because the marriage that comes in to them is through a promise system, for instance. It's Yoto Indi, because the woman will only marry the right skin for the lady or person. That's Yoto Indi. Right? I don't know whether I'm getting myself right or not. Ian, you can get up and stop me. Yeah, right? This is the circle of life. Right? These are the circle of life. Now, we touch ocean and it never said that yet. I'll come back to it. All right? Now we're talking academic one. Yeah, circle of life. The sea has a life. The circle is us to go to it. Yulma. And sea doesn't belong to Ramri, doesn't belong to this and that, but we holding it. It belongs to all of us, because if you think now what you can see, we carrying now, that's it. It's in us. Every individual walks of life, whether it's all people, now mentioning color or creed, all people, which is human. You've got that. Every day you have it. And I'll tell you why. Sweat, tears, salt. Right? That's 75% water within us. And that water comes from the sea. Legally now. That's what I'm reading. We come in. When we will own up a ordinary person when they die, we only not the soul, but what it was in them. Right? Tears and soul. That's all, water. We don't own the soul of the person. Soul of the person belongs to someone else, which is much more bigger than us, or the ocean. Right? You guys know where I'm going? Because I don't. Right? I'll tell you a little bit about to make it straight. That's why I called it Women Are Sacred. Right? And this is a science, strictly science. Right? Good read it, right? No, I feel sorry now. No, I'm not going to say it. I feel bad. Huh? Yeah. That's all right, that will learn. Because this is the symbol where now the sacredness of what I'm reading. I call it sweat, the tears. And I'll tell you another part now, which I'm going to just make it bigger. I'll put it in general words, and then you guys can work it out and I'll go on. Right? Come on, don't put. You have to let go. You were here before, not me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, sweat and tears. What that how babies are born in that also. Children. Right? Children is born. Mother looks after inside them. Right? If there's going to be a test, and I don't bet on it because I will win. Right? Don't bet on it because I will win. Where kids are born, or what's the name, inside mother, right? Before born, water rights from mother. This is secret. Take the water and salt. I bet you anything is salt. If you're going to try and go against me, I will win. That's my story of cosmos. Right? Or the general the kids that we're looking after. Right? General kids that are growing and we're looking after. If you're a mother, don't throw what in a cup at me. Right? Because what I said. General and that's why Mikran was formed, because of this belief. So those kids that are taken away. It's not bad to take it away. All we're doing is bringing them home where they belong. The sister here said, yeah, come over and give a speech about cosmos, right? Cosmology. Cosmology can be more, which I just lightened this up, sorry, forgive me. But it's rhyming towards who you are, what you stood for, right? You stood or dedicated the lives and that to a last second, and you're still doing it. Right? And what we should do is, for me to stand here, that is because of this lady here. And we can give her a big hand. Thank you.